Gorgeous day, hmm? The tiles beneath my shoes are set comfortably in place, like the skin around my bones. Welcome to Station 112.211, the show for all things Sunderfell. I'm your host, Tim Scott, here to bring you what you ask for. Well, I think you ask. I could be mistaken. Auditory hallucinations are a thing. Shall we consider my possibly deteriorating mind alongside the morning revel? A gas station has appeared in the middle of the Flores intersection. Yes, it's as unusual as stories in town get. While the conjuration of random objects is a common event here in Sunderfell, the whole summoning of large buildings, including a chevron right in the middle of a rather busy collection of streets, well, it's pretty unheard of. It apparently is a functioning station, with several brave community members approaching the station and using several pumps. It offers the usual types of gasoline: regular, premium, mega premium, diesel, and blood. And the prices are considerably lower than the actual Chevron in town, nearly an 80-cent difference. A convenience store seems to be closed at this very moment, but because most people don't want to risk entering a recently summoned gas station, we cannot be sure. One witness on the scene explained, quote, The windows are pitch black. It's practically yelling at us not to check out inside. And if we did, we'd probably be swarmed by giant bugs or robots from another dimension or... can we move away from the gas station? End quote. They then scurried into their Camry and just left our reporter, Joan, hanging. Did you have to leave them out there? Shame on you. For now, allow the Citizen Council to handle this strange arrival, and hopefully this story will develop so I can provide some solace to the concerned community. Speaking of cars, Falsehood Middle School is hosting a car wash fundraiser. For a low price, these kids will be able to practice hydromancy, all while making your automobile squeaky clean. You know, when I was in middle school, we didn't do car washing, but rather car fixing. I think Falsehood had some sort of collaboration with the Auto Dimension, because all the power tools we got were definitely outside of our school's budget. I was the brake drum replacer of my class. You wouldn't imagine how dirty some of them were, and they were heavy. If only I had forearms then, I probably wouldn't have taken an embarrassing long amount of time to lift them off and move them. Maybe I'll take Carl's car over there and get it cleaned. Though he probably won't let me. He'll say something about how the new paint he put on will get washed off, or how our neighbor Louisa has to see how cool it is in comparison to her dirty-ass Tacoma. Maybe if I end the broadcast early I can go help. I'm always ready to assist the community. This final selection of news is an update. The best place to gaze upon the sunset is not the top of the Star Trail in the Downed Soul Forest anymore, but rather a community-created spot known as the Looking Hill, which has been the Landmark Formation Organization's project for the past few months. It is a tall rock spire, complete with a staircase running along its lengthy body, with a single bench at the top. It fits about 2 people normally, or 3 smaller than most humanoids, and it has a perfect view of the Sunderfell sunset, complete with the vibrant multicolored rays it sends across the sky, which have been known to only be viewed from a specific angle. I myself have gone down there and spent the hours of dusk watching the stars sink beneath the horizon. It's very calming. I highly recommend adventuring to Looking Hill yourself. This has been the news. And now for the weather report. Despite the cloudiness of the past, we are seeing much more clear skies nowadays. The sun is observing our town, leisurely and simple. I can sense the butterflies mingling with the flowers, drinking their nectar ever so reverently. The winds are offering the bare minimum, and the sky should dump them. You could do so much better, sky. Maybe check up on the clouds? I bet they miss you. Anyway, what am I doing? Offering advice to the sky like I have knowledge about relationships? I must think I'm hot shit or something. It is perfect weather to go out for a walk, dear community. Or maybe stop by Callum Park and play frisbee in that great big field. The sky is not the limit, dear community. The observable universe is. Have fun, party, Dance your hearts out of their crevices in your body. Just enjoy these beautiful days to the fullest. That's all I ask. This has been the weather. Following up with the strange arrival of a gas station in the Flores intersection, the convenience store has now opened. A group of police officers and 2 citizen council members, Derek Lance, who handles the town church, and Sanders Schmidt, who handles the Sutterfeld boat rentals, have made their way inside. I have Haley on the scene right now, since she doesn't really care about bodily injury nearly as much as Joan. So far, she has reported the basic interior of an extra mile, with aisles of candy, on-the-go medicine, and fridges full of beverages. The council members have taken to talking to the person at the counter, a scrappy young adult. I have the conversation here, and I will provide you all with it.
Hey, kid.
Hello, sir. You ready to pay?
Not just yet. You been here the entire time?
No, I drove here this morning.
Really? What's your name, son?
I'm Sparky.
And where are you from, Sparky?
My house?
And your house is where?
He's from California. St. Helena area.
Well, Sparky, you're not in California anymore. You're in Sunderville.
Cool.
I was expecting more of a reaction, but that's fine. Do you know why this gas station ended up here?
Excuse me, sirs. No, I don't.
You must be real confused right now.
Sirs.
Can you sweep, Sparky? Sure I can. Hey, kid.
Sirs! Then Haley put asterisk sound of horror as a giant soda monster came out of the fridge and began forcefully entering one of the police's mouths and making it melt before their eyes. The layers of his meat coming off like an eroding stone under a fierce current asterisk. We're going to the ads now, I think. Breathe. The air around you is clear. You are safe. Or is it? Secondhand smoke mingles with the air and enters your lungs all the time. If a loved one has trouble with smoking, perhaps it would be best to provide mercy to their withering body and rid them of their issue. If you do not help them, they will continue to add to the toxins that bombard your weak, pathetic lungs every day. Do the right thing and understand the consequences of smoking. Brought to you by the FDA. If you find yourself attacked by AI-generated art and ads when you scroll the internet, I have a solution for you. I am Julio Lopez, and I have created a small extension you can implement into your computer that assesses advertisements which portray either AI-generated text or art and removes it from your screen, free of charge. If you wish to get your hands on this state-of-the-art addition to your device and kiss those uncanny pictures of women and cartoon characters goodbye, then come find me. I live in Sunderville, downtown. My neighbors will tell you which flat is mine. Thank you. Coming this winter. The world is ending after 10 whole sequels. Will you answer the call, Emerson? And several prequels discussing the history of unwanted and hated side characters. I can't possibly do this alone. We bring you. You won't be. The World is Ending. 11. Rated PG-13. Hello, dear community. This is the first of another guest star series, Cooking with Van Durs. My friend, Bernard Van Durs, is here to provide some culinary creativity and delicious delicacies you all can easily make at home. Hello, Bernard.
Hello, Tim. And hello, community. It's a pleasure to be featured on such a prevalent part of this town's routine. I feel like an astronaut prepped for space here.
Well, how about we lift off and get this party started?
Oh, Tim.
I know, you're the king of puns, but...
It's a good fit for you.
Thank you. Say, what are we cooking today?
I'm glad you asked, Tim. Since our first time doing this segment, I thought we would do an easier recipe. Cauldron-made caramel apples. I recently inherited this recipe from my mother-in-law, though I haven't made it just yet.
So this is our first experiment. How exciting.
So, to get started, we need to get the ingredients ready. For the caramel, we need a helping of sugar, a helping of butter, and a helping of some cream. And for the apples, you just need a desired amount of apples. For cauldron activation, you will need fuel and a source of fire.
We have matches here in the studio.
Excellent. I'm going to put the activator in the cauldron, gently, and you can strike a fire. Now community, this cauldron requires activation, but Lowe's and Home Depot both offer switch-activated cauldrons nowadays, and for pretty cheap. This one's pretty old because it's been around since Mr. Dooley, and the station didn't want to replace it.
The cauldron is all fired up. We're ready to bake.
Alright, so you start the caramelization process, which is really just melting sugar. Pour your helping into the cauldron and let it sit for a moment. Tim, can you grab the toppings while this boils?
Sure, BRB.
Once the sugar is fully melted, you can add butter and cream to increase its thickness and flavor. And it also helps with chewiness, obviously. We don't need crunchy hard caramels on our apples.
Alright, I'm back. I see we're stirring the caramel now.
Yes, making sure all the ingredients are properly mixed. The energy from the cauldron hastens the process, having the work you have to do for normal cooking.
Ooh, it looks really good.
Keep your hands away, Tim.
Aww.
Alright, it's all ready. For the apples, you can purchase thin sticks at plenty of grocery stores, which you'll use to impale the inside of the apple so you can hold it. Okay, looking good. Tim, be careful.
Bernard? I think my apple's sentient.
Oh shit. Community, if you end up with an apple, mimic, or animate, be sure to safely rid the creature of its life force. Either by dispelling the magic or jabbing objects made of silver into the discolored boils on its material. Be sure to wear gloves.
Okay, we're all good. I had Guinevere get rid of it.
Excellent. Here's a normal one.
Thank you.
Now that the caramel has been cooled down, we can dip the apples and coat them. Ah, there we go.
I want to eat it so bad, Bernard.
Before the caramel fully cools down, you can sprinkle a variety of toppings on it, like M&Ms, Oreos and gummy worms, or pixie guts. We'll be decorating ours, so feel free to follow along at home.
Yum.
Jeez, impatient, Tim? You're just like Carla. Thank you for joining us, community. Back to your normal broadcast.
Haley! Haley, why did it follow you? It was interested in me, obviously. Gah! Why though? And did you have to come to the station? 1, because I am interesting. And 2, I did for reasons you cannot understand. Right. What I also cannot understand is why aren't you helping? Because I'm not expendable. That's debatable, Haley. It's leaving the door. Oh, thank the gods. Here, sir. Thank you very much, Joan. Let us hope the managers are taking care of that thing. Since when did they have a gun? Since Mel brought a purple worm larva to the station? Sheesh. Tim and the broadcast. Help me, John. Yes, sir. As you were, Haley. Hello, community. It turns out that the odd soda monster had taken an interest in Haley and followed her to the station. Station management are currently taking care of the issue. Haley is with me in the recording booth, sitting in the corner and staring awkwardly at me. Also, Sparky has left the gas station and is now on his way to move into Sunderville. So let us all welcome him with open arms and forgiving hearts. That's all we have left to update. Up next is a collection of soda-based commercials, and the irony of us implementing that is going to tarnish our station's reputation forever. Fare thee well.